Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Nutz. I'm going to be running through some top tips and tricks for days gone. So don't forget to subscribe if you're new, so you don't miss any info. So kicking off, I'm going to say pay close attention to Deacon, your player. He will draw his weapon when close to enemies, and if you are really close you will hear a heartbeat. So make sure you have your eyes peeled and stay alert on this one. Also, stealth is your best friend, and it saves drawing attention from the freakers and the need to use more ammo. Also, use the crossbow. You can find this in your gun locker at your camp. You want to go for headshots and try and be as silent as you can. Use the special residue bolts from the bushes while being stealthy. They can be crafted with the residue you pick up from burned out freaking nests. So when you burn out a freaking nest, afterwards clear out the enemies, go back inside, and you can loot this residue powder that is on the floor. And this is awesome for turning camps on themselves. I've taken over a whole camp just by shooting a few of these enemies with the residue powdered bolts. They are awesome. So get crafting those as soon as you can, but don't waste them. I seem to have run out of nests now, so use them wisely and on guys with powerful weapons such as the snipers. Moving on, you want to take out the Nero checkpoints as soon as you can really, to upgrade your health, your stamina and your focus. That's the slow motion when you aim. These are all vital things, and it depends on your play style. I'll let you choose what you want to go with. I've done a mixed bag, but I know stamina is really useful early on, and a lot of attacks and rolling uses stamina, and running obviously, so that is important early on. Once you've cleared out the nearby enemies though, you want to start taking out the speakers. Any speakers you can see, you can hop up and cut with a knife to take the speakers down. The high ones in some camps have to be shot. You want to use a silencer so you don't make much noise, but they can be shot out before turning the power on. So to turn the power on you need to find the generator, and you will have to either fill it with gas, and sometimes they need fixing too, which ain't too much trouble. And also sometimes you need to find a fuse box and find the fuse to go in that fuse box before getting into the container to find this nero injection. If you're struggling to buy a silencer, then you can loot them from car bonnets, so keep your eyes peeled for those as well. And speaking of looting, of course, you want to look out for emergency vehicles because they have good loot in them. Like the police car has ammunition, the ambulance has medical supplies and med kits, and tow trucks a lot of the time will have fuel on them to refuel your bike. So those emergency vehicles are quite important to you in this game. Moving on to skill points. These are gained when you get enough experience. So touch the touchpad and then scroll it down to skills and look at the top right of the skills menu. They are broke down to 3 things: melee, ranged combat and survival. They're all important and it depends on your play style. I went with mostly ranged combat early on. I've gone with focus shot. It's a big one early on. It will go in slow motion when activated with R3 while aiming. It doesn't last long, so take the headshots and use it wisely. I've also gone with fight and flight. This lets you move and aim at the same time with more precision. Suppressing fire is another good one. This is when in focus, ranged weapons do more damage to weaker enemies. Crowd control. This reduces the cooldown for focus. It gives you more time in that slow-mo to get the aim and get the vital kills needed. I've gone with some survival ones also. Hawk-eyed is good because it displays plants on the mini map. This is good to locate the trees with cheddar sapling to make those bolts for the crossbow, and the plants to use health and stamina cocktails. Other useful ones, if you love a bit of stealth, are thorn in your side. It gives you a chance to retrieve some of the bolts that have been fired from your crossbow. Thief in the night, this generates less noise when moving or dropping down. Green thumb, this gives you the ability to gain double the plants when collecting them. This is combined with Hawkeye's skill, it will be awesome. So they appear on your radar and you can get double. Perfect. Also pay close attention to your minimap. It's vital and it shows enemy locations. Make sure you spot them by going into the camp and then pressing up on the D-pad and R2 to mark them so you can track their locations. It also shows plants as mentioned, and noises heard by enemies from actions like moving, jumping over things, and has a mute X when you're not making any noise at all. The eye next to it shows if you can be spotted or are cover out of sight. Use this to your advantage. Pressing down on the D-pad triggers your flashlight. It helps see in the dark, but personally I turn my camera up a little touch and I cheat. You can see in the dark.
Hold on, I'm coming.
So also look at when you're on your bike, look, because in the bottom right it shows a fuel gauge and damage done to your bike. Revving the bike not only uses more fuel but it makes it louder too. You will get a mission early on and you have two options. Decide to get the guns from Adataka or get the bike upgrades from Copeland. Better guns obviously take on more freakers, but bike upgrades like more fuel, more durability, less noise are all good things to grab too. Oh, decisions. I hate them. So check out the camps, different weapons and bike upgrades early as you can to see which ones you want to go with. The higher the quality items, the better. And there are 3 tiers to unlock. The next one you have to please the camp with side missions, bounties, selling ears of freakers, herbs and meat. These all give you better tier weapons once you rank them trusts up. I'll leave you lot to fight over in the comments on that one. Which decision did you go with? I went with the bike one and I was pretty pleased, to be honest. So don't hate. These were my beginner tips and tricks. Hope you enjoyed this video. Smash the like button if it's helped or been useful to you. Subscribe for more. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. Comment your tips and tricks below. Let's all help each other get better at this game. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next one. And remember, eyes peeled and ears to the ground.
How do you like that?